Welcome to the Huron Valley Now podcast, where we tell inspiring tales of business, life, and giving back. Today I'm here with my guest Jeanie from Earth and Soul in Highland, where they source ethically sourced and organic products. Jeanie, would you like to introduce yourself to the community?
Hello, I'm Jeanie Mitchell from Earth and Soul in Highland.
Jeanie, can you share with us a little bit about Earth and Soul? What got you started on this journey and what inspired you to start a wellness store?
Too many years in the corporate, working 70, 80 hours a week, carrying 2 cell phones and my computer, having no such thing as a time off. I was in a service operations manager for a robotics company, so we were a 24-hour service place. And it's what I thought I wanted is to climb that corporate ladder, and then found out it was taking its toll on my mental and physical health, and decided there must be a better way. So I began this journey with my daughter, and my idea was to provide a place that somebody cared, a peaceful atmosphere for you to shop in. Somebody looked into the companies and cared about what they were offering. And I guess my heart's passion in starting the store having a place that it was a peaceful atmosphere. It was a place that supported the community. It was a place that somebody cared enough to do the research on the products that were brought in and the companies that were bringing them, and thoughtful to what was offered to the community instead of just mindless shopping, and not caring what the source was and what happened to the people behind the products and how they were treated and what junk was in the products, to just again fit into that vision of the name that was given to me: good for the earth, good for the soul.
I love that. And you really have built that here. You focus on conscious consumption and holistic wellness. Can you tell me a little bit about the ordering process, how you filter the products, which ones are good and which ones don't quite make the mark?
Well, it was a huge eye-opener starting this business, how much stuff that we have sourced from China, that we have sourced from slave labor. We have, people just looking for, and I get it, things are expensive out there. So you're just looking for the cheap product, but that's not always the best product, and it ends up costing you later in your health, in your country, in jobs. There's a lot of different ways that it costs you, the amount of plastics that we use, the amount of chemicals that we're using. Like I said, what happened to the people in the process to make you that cheap product. And it was a huge eye-opener when I found out how many things was not easy to find sourced from America, through fair trade, that the company cared about sustainability or being eco-friendly or giving back. So that's where, for me, it's a huge amount of time, and the little things that I've had here built here is spent in research. Where did this come from? How was it done? Are they doing right by the people? Are they finding a way to give back? Is it truly a clean product? And this is where I spend my time in nutrition. Is it third-party tested? Is it organic? Did they do, even in the CBD, did they do heavy metal testing and pesticide testing and chemical testing? Did they look into it? Was it grown in a swamp? Like, you have to really look into these things. And I also really love, like, we have 10 to 12 local artists in here that do things for us, 2 brothers that make candles here for us. We have multiple people that make jewelry for us, or multiple people that do artwork for us. So, it's a community affair.
I love that. You're getting the whole community involved.
Yeah.
So somebody who's new and they kind of walk in here, it might be a little bit overwhelming though. Could you maybe highlight a couple of products that are maybe exciting or easy to make a switch in somebody's life, to go from a commercial product to something more good for the environment, good for the workforce?
Yeah, and again, it can be overwhelming. I overwhelm myself with the first, like, oh my gosh, I got to stop this, I got to stop that, I don't buy this, I don't buy that. And I'm like, where do you begin? And it's the old adage of a journey of 1,000 steps begins with the first one, right? So take one product. Maybe it's your shampoo. Maybe you get rid of the chemically shampoo or the plastic bottle of shampoo and you get a shampoo bar. Maybe it's your soap. Maybe you get away from a chemically soap and you get a soap. Maybe it's one nutrition product, something like a good multivitamin with some minerals in it, or adding some collagen in. Pick one thing and start there, and then you can add up from there.
Okay. And if somebody's trying to go like more specific and they're trying to go fair trade, do you have a couple of those products you could highlight that you know the workforce is being handled well?
Yeah, mainly a lot of our stuff that you'll see here is made in Nepal and made in India and made in different small villages where they actually fair trade. And I don't know if a lot of people even know what fair trade is, but fair trade is that they are overseen by other people to make sure that they are paying a living wage to those artisans in those communities so that they can actually support their family. So, and they do the work by hand, hence even the dress that I have on here. It's hand dyed. It's done in a small village, and they pay them enough that they can take care of their family. So a lot of our clothes you'll see here, I believe that 90 to 95% of the store at this point is either fair trade, made in the USA, sustainably sourced.
Yeah, I could see why people would want to support that.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody wants to go a little bit more zero waste in their household. Are there some products you would recommend for that to help them get out of those single-use plastics?
Yeah, how about a shampoo bar or a soap bar? You know, and when they're done naturally, they actually hold up really well. The shampoo lathers very nicely. The conditioner works very well. It comes in a bar and a muslin package that you can actually reuse. It's a cotton package. Many of them come, even if they look like they have plastic wrap, it's an actual dissolvable wrapper that's on it. So pick a soap, pick a shampoo, pick a conditioning bar, you know, something that you can start there for an eco-friendly option. Like the products that we make here, I do a body butter and a sugar scrub and a facial wash that's a plus a moisturizer, and the essential oil sprays. They all come in glass bottles and glass containers that can be used over and over and over again. You can actually come back and get the essential oil sprays refilled.
That's really interesting. That's part of why I love this place, is you make it so easy to make those changes one at a time, to come in and say, hey, I'm going to switch out my shampoo this week. And you can find one and make that change.
Yes, exactly.
And we've mentioned the community aspect of this place a few times, how so many people are tied in. Do you have any workshops? How do people get involved in that here?
We haven't taken up as much as I would like to back into them, but we have offered from time to time different kinds of health classes, whether it be gut health or diet health, or we've done things like sourdough classes so that you can start making your own good fresh bread and do a lot of things obviously with the sourdough that's on the craze, and you know, a few other things on the spectrum. Even when we do shopping events, it's a one love shopping event is something that I've always called it. Really just try to get the message out there on social media. Our little signs up here about recycled materials made in the USA, fashion fair trade, organic cotton, things like that, all natural ingredients. So yeah, try to do that and just be a place that no matter who you are or where you're from, that you can come here and find something, hopefully that'll make your life better.
Yeah. And how are people responding to all this? Are people loving it? Do you have some regulars who are in here all the time, or?
Yes. They know, a lot of people, it gives, you know, have you ever stood in the cold and flu aisle and you've got 40 different cough syrups and you spend wasteless amount of time reading and trying to figure out which one's going to do the product or do the thing for you? So what I got is a few things like on our nutrition section, which we're always trying to continue to multiply. It's called Game Changer Nutrition. So it's things that you can, that you know were organic, you know were third-party tested, you know it's a good, clean product, and it's actually going to make a difference, and it's going to help you. When you buy a piece of clothing, you know that somebody researched into it. When you buy a candle, you know that it doesn't have chemicals in it. When you buy your bath products, you know that they're clean. So the community's loving to come into a place to say, trusting the fact that I'm looking for them. I'm doing the research for you, so when you walk in that door, you can just breathe in the good vibes, enjoy the pleasant music, and enjoy your time here and know what you pick up, somebody cared about what you were purchasing.
How lovely that is. And you mentioned that this kind of got sparked by the craziness of the corporate world. But can you tell me more about what drives your personal drive for holistic wellness and the sustainable living?
I think just seeing what a wasteful world that we live in and how much we really just don't care about our health until it's gone from us. And how much we don't care about what has been taken from us in this country that's not even made here anymore, and that you can't even find an option here anymore. I have never been a person that likes the big stores, and I get kind of anxious in those big places, to do your shopping, kind of overwhelming to me. So it was really important for me to have a place that's very peaceful, very calm, that you can just, I mean, I have people that come in here and just go, I needed some good vibes. I needed to just come in. I knew I needed to come in here today. And I'm so thankful that I did. And they just enjoy. You see mothers and daughters and grandmas and with their grandkids coming in here, and just they can all find a little something. And just I see them light up and I see them have fun. And I love when I see the people walk through the door and they're just kind of scowled like they're just having a bad day. And by the time they leave, they just look lighter. They're smiling. They've had a good time in here. So it's not just about, yes, it's about the things that you offer, but it's about the atmosphere that you offer in them, and it's about the love that goes behind what you're offering to those people.
And is there a moment, a particular moment, that influenced how you approach running this place?
I guess, like I said, coming out of that craziness, and I realized how many people's in that craziness, and how many people think, I just need a vacation. I need a vacation. How many of us don't get that vacation? Or we go right back into the stress as soon as we come out of the vacation. It wasn't near enough. Those 2 days, that week, whatever you spent, wasn't enough to make up for the year of craziness, right? So it was finding in that time in my life to take those moments to enjoy a cup of quality coffee or tea, to put in my environment little messages, little signs and things that were positive messages, a diffuser that had beautiful lights that went through like in a breathing pattern with a lovely fragrance that just helped me feel more calm and peaceful, taking the time to pray and to meditate. Just a moment. I was rough on myself, so I had to give it 5 minutes. Jeanie, you can take 5 minutes and you can look at those signs. You can take 5 minutes and breathe and meditate. You can take 15 minutes to brew yourself a cup of coffee or tea, and now you can effectively get through the day. Taking the time to stretch, taking the time to do a daily devotional, something like that. Just a moment for yourself each and every day, because you're worth it. And that 15 minutes, it's not going to kill you, but it is going to help you. So that was kind of the driving purpose, just to find things that people could do, one little different act throughout the day, and kind of build on it from there. Maybe it is you just buying a cup of really good tea, that's fair trade, by the way, or a locally roasted coffee, and just sipping it and enjoying it and breathing while you do it. Maybe it's picking up a daily devotional and just getting some word before your eyes and a positive message before your eyes that you can meditate on and come back to and keep anchoring yourself with through that crazy day.
I really love what you're doing here. What's next for this place? Are there any exciting products or classes or events that you're looking forward to?
In fall, yes, I'd like to do another One Love shopping event. I'm always trying to schedule the sourdough classes, which has been really cool because the ones I've done, it's been mothers and daughters or grandmothers or a bunch of friends that come together and they put together a class, 4 to 6 people, and we just go through it. Maybe enjoy a little glass of wine while we're doing it, have some fun with it, and get them set off on their journey. And then they call with their questions or let me know how their little sourdough babies are doing. I always love our events when we do, which we'll have one coming up in fall. It's not scheduled yet, but our One Love shopping events where we have guest vendors come in as well, and we always have so much fun.
So there's a lot coming up this season and a lot coming up in fall. What do you see your presence growing into in the community in the next few years?
Wow. I would like to just continue to expand what we're doing. I would like to bring on more classes, more local vendors, more good quality products, and just so to provide the needs for the community. We don't have somewhere right here that you can get these kind of things, And it's funny because when we first started out, it was a hippie shop is what people thought that it was, because obviously we like our tie-dye and we like our flowers, we like our fun things. But there's also a lot of Christian things here. There's a lot of things that if you're more of a plain person and don't like all the craziness and stuff, there's a little something for everybody, every age bracket and every financial bracket. If you're the 15-year-old kid that works at McDonald's, if you're the corporate person that works 80 hours, there's something for everybody that's here. And I would like to continue to expand those offerings and expand that outreach to the community, and always in that expanding our giving back. We do a lot of giving back ourselves, a lot of our companies give back, so it's just increasing that reach.
Oh, yeah. And if somebody from the community wants to get involved, how would they contact you? How do they get involved? Where do they find you?
Right here, 1427 South Highland Road in Highland, Michigan. We are on Facebook. It's always good to follow us on Facebook because we have a lot of our products are done in small batch. They're unique. Not everything's just the same. So we do have a web presence as well, earth-n-soul.com. But best way to see it is the things that we announce and put up on Facebook, that it's here, that we have it. Our events are announced on Facebook. You know, you can come in here if you are a person that makes something in the environment. It fits under that code of good for the earth, good for the soul. Bring it in. You know, we have vendors here. We have consigning vendors here as well. So yeah, and keep a look on our events page as well.
Yeah. And are there any upcoming events that people should know about? Maybe a sourdough class or some promotions, a summer deal that people should know about?
I don't particularly have anything at this time. My next big thing is I'm just getting ready for a show that's in a couple of weeks at Canterbury Village, the Hippie Fest, which is always a lot of fun. So my focus is on that for right now. In summertime, it's just people are busy. You know, the kids are home, they're vacationing, they're hopefully enjoying their pool or enjoying the beach and enjoying their summertime. So I would say probably in September, when everybody gets settled and the kids are back in school, that's when we'll start getting those events and classes and things back on schedule.
All right, stay on the lookout and check out Jeanie over at the Hippie Village, Hippie Fest?
Hippie Fest at Canterbury Village, July 13th and 14th.
So do you have to be a hippie to come in here?
No. In fact, I frequently get asked, what kind of shop is this? Is like there's a hippie vibe here, there's a Christian vibe here. I just kind of like, what is it? It's me. It's the message of peace and love. Everybody has their own interpretation of what a hippie is. Some a very bad, poor reputation, and some a great reputation. Everybody has their version of what they think a Christian is. Sometimes a very poor reputation and sometimes a great reputation. But to me, behind all of it is the message of peace and love, and to not judge. So to me, those two worlds melt together, and living as a free spirit and living free from bondages and chains, they fit very well together. Stay free. You know, as our tagline says, may your roots grow deep and your spirit be free. Stay grounded, but stay a little kid. Enjoy your life. Have fun.
That's beautiful. And is there a message that you'd like to leave our community with?
I love this community. I love what I do. I pour my heart and soul into it to offer you something beautiful, something great, something that I hope everybody can find something in. And maybe you're just a person that's having a bad day, and maybe you can just come in here and have a seat on the couch. I've had so many wonderful conversations on this couch over a cup of tea or coffee, and people's like, I don't know why I'm pouring my heart out to you. And I'm just like, it's just the way it happens. Just tell me. And by the time they leave here, they're just feeling 10 times lighter. You know, that's my message to the community. I love you. I love what I do, and I try to pour my love into it. You know, when my mama taught me to cook, she said, why everything was so good is you put your love in the pot. That's what makes it taste good. That's a secret ingredient. So that's what we have here. Maybe it's not the biggest and the best building. Maybe it doesn't have everything, but the love's been poured into the pot.
Jeanie, I'm so glad you're here. This is a special place.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Huron Valley Now podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next episode.
This episode was sponsored by the Cairo Tribe Chiropractic.
When you're ready to embrace a healthier perspective tailored to your needs, discover a world of wellness with the Cairo Tribe.
Everybody bone. Bring that bone along. Come on, bring that bone. Bring that bone along.
At the Cairo Tribe, we specialize in easing daily pains and discomforts at our House of Wellness, where we focus on what truly works for you.
Everybody say, bring that bone. Hey, bring that bone along. Everybody say, bring that bone. Bring that bone along. Yeah.
Experience the difference at Cairo Tribe Chiropractic and Wellness in Highland. Call or text at 248-800-6214 or visit us online today.